And I've been talking without the mic
Okay.
on, of course.
Uh-oh,
So,
you better start over.
uh, start it all over again. All right, I got to start the whole thing. So, here we go. Hi, peeps that way. And I'm Dag, and we're doing the Star Wars The Old Republic story time. And I hope you guys have your warm, fuzzy slippers on and a cup of coffee or hot chocolate because we're going to be leveling our characters 1 to 50. Not all today, that's kind of what the whole idea behind the stream is. We were chatting briefly before the stream that we wanted to kind of do some extra stuff with the stream because, like last time when we streamed, we talked a little bit about uh, what the missions are, what galactic seasons, and Peep has been doing the game long enough that she kind of knows the ins and outs of the game and has a lot of good information to share. So my contribution today isn't as solid as hers, but I did notice that today is the 12th anniversary of Star Wars: The Old Republic. So I wanted to say happy birthday, and I'm going to turn it over to Pete because she wanted to chat a little bit about the cartel market information that got sent out today by email.
Oh, yeah, just to say that they're running a 50% off collection unlock sale
Ah,
from now until January 9th. So the stuff that's in your collection, you can unlock it for your whole account for 50% off,
so
which
how do
is
you
a
know
lot.
what's in the collection and what isn't?
So you go to the big cartel market symbol, the money, the credit symbol on the top row,
Let's see. Cartel
where you go to the
market.
cartel market. So
Just
there's where you get your collections.
let's see. I'm looking at featured popular. Well, I'm looking at the cartel market. Okay.
No,
Oh,
close the
collections. There we
cartel
go.
market.
Okay, open the
There you go.
collection
Yeah.
interface.
So
Okay.
if you click on, all the categories can be unlocked or are presented when you are on that opening screen.
Right.
So
But I'm
in
showing
the top
collected.
right, if you see where it says show all items,
Yes.
if you drop down to show collected,
Mm-hmm.
then you can see the things that you have unlocked because they don't have a credit thing by them. They just have a little box at the bottom. And
Okay. Yeah.
so if you zoom over to something that you haven't unlocked, you can see when you open here, I'll open this crystal, that you can see on the left they have a 50% off sale and tell you how many cartel coins it is to
Oh,
unlock it.
I'm looking for the 50% off. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't. I've got a advanced magenta white eviscerating crystal, and it doesn't say anything about a 50% off.
Do you already have it open?
Yeah, it's open. Oh, I haven't opened it
Well,
for
then,
everybody. Oh,
oh,
yes, I have. Never
well,
mind. So how do you tell which
go to
ones
something
haven't?
you haven't opened because the symbol, the cartel mark or the credit symbol with the arrow is not there on the things that you've already opened up. It's just the box. Collected but not unlocked for everybody.
Okay,
There's a
so
box and then the
yes,
cartel market symbol.
right. So I have the cartel coin symbol with an arrow pointed up, and it says you have added this item to your collection from another character. You may purchase the ability for all characters on your account to claim copies of this
That's
item.
right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And if I click on
So
that,
open that up.
now I got the 50% off, so 120. So I could go in
Yeah.
and purchase this for 120 credits if I wanted to.
Yep, it's
Got it.
so that's for everything that you want to unlock is 50% off until January 9th.
Cool. All right. So
That's all I wanted to
I'm
say.
looking through to see if there's any of this stuff that I want to collect, and it's like, let's see, I've already done this with.
Yep.
I've got an astromech droid that I haven't collected, but I don't run around with those guys that much. I
I
think I've.
usually do it for weapons and transmogs mostly.
Yeah, I do it a lot with with weapons and the transmog stuff too. I think I've got it open for most of the things. There's a couple of uh, mounts I don't have set up, so
Yep.
I'll have to do that a little bit
There's a
later.
couple of transmog sets that I wait for the 50% off sale because they do it at least once a year. I think they might do it twice a year sometimes, but I don't know for sure. But at least once a year, they do the 50% off, and then so there's certain things that I'm like, well, I want the boots in this set for everybody, but I don't want to pay 400 credits to get it open, so I'll just wait, type of thing. You know, when you're doing this Galactic Seasons thing and you get classic weapon packs and classic armor sets and stuff,
Hmm.
those guys, when you open them, they're going to go into your pack explorer, and you can find that in the same place where you go to the Cartel Market and the collections.
Okay.
So it can be pretty confusing because it doesn't go into your bag, it goes
R-
into your pack explorer.
Ah, okay.
So you'll be like, I know I opened this box. Where are
Yeah.
the things?
Luckily, I haven't done too
It's in
many
the
of
pack
those. But
explorer.
yeah.
Yeah. But that's definitely the pack explorer is actually I don't know if it's per yeah, I think it is per server, not account wide, because I know I have things in my pack explorer item stash that I don't have here on another server. So all right, I'm ready to group. Let's rock and roll.
Okay, let's go kill some pixels.
We can grab the heroics again later if you want and open up all the map. You may not want to open up the entire map on every map. Some of them are, you know, if you do it, you might want to do it on your own time.
So we can go to the
because-
rust yard via speeder.
Responsible for missed departures.
Yep. But you
So-
see that part of the map at the top there that's all gray?
Yeah, I see the top part's gray and then the bottom part. Is the top part heroic? Is that what's up there?
Yeah, that's where heroic is.
Okay.
It'll open up once we go there, but you know how it is. All the opening every single part of every single map is just. I never do it because it is not convenient. I have a map opening tune on my other account, and I have now got one on this account, and they're the ones that go around and get all the achievements for opening the maps and stuff. But there really isn't a whole lot of benefit to it. I mean, it gives you a little XP, but it's a negligible amount. There's not a lot of benefit to it unless you're trying to get an achievement. And it's definitely not something we should focus on too much in this stream, I don't think. Because it just takes forever. Some of the datacrons are pretty difficult as well. But I don't mind getting those as long as they're ones that can be completed pretty easily.
Looks like there might be a heroic in the area too. Is that the symbol over there?
There is. No, this guy's just got an extra quest for us.
Hey, you. I want to talk to you. You headed into Father's Palace?
Want to buy a
Easy
watch?
enough to go in there. We might be able to help each other out. Interested in making a few credits?
I'm always up for something crazy. What do you need?
Or for Nimro. My partner did too, till he bought it, there in the palace. He snuck in as a maintenance worker to plant transmitters on the cleaning droids. The idea was we'd use these transmitters to track the movements of the droids. As the droids clean the floors and walls, they map out every nook and cranny. We were hoping to find secret entrances or hidden chambers in the palace.
So your partner wasn't able to plant the transmitters?
Actually, he was. My partner was able to plant the transmitters on the droids, but his cover was blown before he could activate them. Me, I'd be dead if I tried to go in there and finish a job. But if those transmitters don't get activated, I'm dead anyway. Nimro doesn't tolerate failure. So I'll pay you everything I've got to activate those transmitters for me.
Well, I'm gonna be storming the palace anyway. I'll see what I can do.
All you have to do is find the cleaning droids and flip a little switch on the attached transmitter. Simple as that. I'll wait for you here. Good luck.
Simple as that. No problem.
It's as simple as that. Okay. Ready to go. I think I'm gonna move some stuff on my XP bars here.
Thought I'd be a pushover, huh?
Or I mean my action bars. XP bars. What even is an XP bar? Silly. Okay. So what are we doing?
Waiting for my screen to reload.
We gotta.
There we go. Sorry.
I see. That's alright. So the bonuses on this quest is to go defeat these dudes.
Yeah.
See this guy with the target over his head?
Yeah.
Those are the bonus guys.
Oh, the bonus guys? Okay.
Yeah, and we gotta kill like the regular old dudes around them too for the bonus. Using spray fire! Suppressive fire. And the reason is it's probably the most powerful
Burn
spell that
'em.
I have right now.
So there's something around here we're supposed to grab, I guess, or no? Did you get it?
It's
No. Just kill. Oh, it's the guys that we need to kill. Got it.
yeah, we just gotta kill everything. And the main guys, the star guys, the boss guys that we need to kill. We've killed the first one. There's 2 more, so we'll get them as we sort of keep on the path to the palace. Boss. Palace. Boss.
I thought maybe we had to, like, touch something, go touchy something up somewhere.
No, those are inside. We have to. That
Oh,
quest that
okay.
that guy gave us is inside the palace. But we'll get him.
Like
And
just
then
punching the guy.
other guy. Yeah, punch him in the face. Get him. The other guy, the other boss is kind of around the corner back here. Woohoo! Okay. Killed this group of people. And that group of people.
And they all become toast. Milk toast.
Oh, I leveled. Level 14, level 14. There's the guy we got. Number 2 guy we gotta kill. Bashrar, the smuggler.
All
Bashrar.
defeated.
What kind of a name is Bashrar, anyways? The other third boss is sort of on the side of the building as we get up the hill. It's on the side of the palace, so I'm glad I remembered that because you could actually kind of go inside the palace and be like, where is this guy? He's on the outside. We're murdering everything. There he is.
Underboss Cork Resh.
Yep. Now he's gonna be a 6-feet underboss.
Yay, ding.
Ding, da, ding, 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 ding. Now we gotta go in the front door of the palace. We're just gonna walk right in like we own the place.
That works. Hi. We own this place. A little pew pew for you and a little pew pew for you.
Style, a lot more
Yeah.
firepower. Ready to go in when you are.
Little shooty McBang bang. Okay, I have to kill these security cameras, but I don't know if that's just me or both of us. Nope, that's just me. Okay. I will be responsible for my killing of my security cameras. Hey, there's a little lore panel right here that you can get. Tells you what a hut is.
Tell me a story.
Hut butt. Hut butt.
Hut species.
What does it say about the hut species?
Oh, I don't know.
They have hut butts. Their butts are so big they have to have special chairs.
Your hut is so big. Oh,
He's got the biggest hut. Does my hut look big in these jeans?
Not just the pretty sidekick, Buster.
yeah. Does this hut chair make my butt look big? You got some more cameras down below you want to get?
I'm done. I got my cameras.
Okay. Hi,
I just
gentlemen.
ran around and eliminated them while you were cutting people's heads off.
Oh, I should check and see if I have anything, any actions or abilities
So
that
this
popped. Let me check.
This cleaning probe over here, you see with the target over it? That's the things that we need to twiddle the knob for the dude outside the palace.
Yeah, I don't know whether I'm comfortable twiddling knobs for droids. That's awful personal,
Maybe
you
we
know?
could push a button. I don't know exactly how it works. So we just click it.
I was able to grab the
and
guy's
then
shoe.
click the little transmitter thing.
Did you get him?
Did you get a complete for that?
I did.
Woohoo! Good. We don't have to do it twice. That's good.
Trying to see if my combat proficiencies jumped. Nope, I got to be 15. Okay, never mind.
Yep.
We're gonna kill the guy in
yeah.
the cells here, or no? I guess we don't have to.
Sure, why not? We don't have to, but we can. I don't have a problem doing a full clear.
It's an overlord.
Mothra. He was taking a nap, too. Wake up. You're dead.
One gone. Like the rocket punch. Bam. You're gone. Or it came in that way.
Since we're done with Galactic Seasons stuff, I can put Kaleo on tank if you want.
Please use all products only as intended.
It doesn't matter to me.
Well,
Yeah, I don't care either. It's really not. Or I could just put her on damage if we need more damage.
Let's see. We got to go to the back rooms first, huh? Might as well
Yeah,
get
we
those.
gotta talk to the cleaning probes.
I don't know whether I call this talking, but we got a cleaning probe over there. We need to, like...
Not scared of you.
Turn on the program. Push the button. Do something. Whatever it is.
Transmitter.
Did
Did you get it?
Yep.
Okay. There should be one in the
Let's go
next
do
room.
that one, and then we can go downstairs. Or upstairs, or whatever it is. I think it's downstairs, so we gotta get a Rancor egg for Doodlebug back at the palace. I can never remember anybody's name. Urgergark? Urgergrek? That guy.
Urkel?
The husky-sized Twi'lek. I remember that's what they used to call plus-size clothing for kids. Husky.
Huskies. Hey now, I wore Huskies.
Did you? No, not Huskies, but the Husky size. Like in Kmart, it would be like
I thought there was
Husky
a well,
size.
we didn't have a
That was
Kmart
plus
around,
size
but
for
I thought there
kids.
was a Husky brand also, wasn't there?
There was, I think, but was it shoes? I don't know. But
I
I
went to
remember
level
the
2, by the
size
way.
department was like Husky size for your plus size kids. I'm plus size now. Fight. I shouldn't be eating sadness ice cream because it's just contributing to the problem.
This way's faster, I guess.
Ooh, lore item. No, wrong. I was wrong. Thought there was a lore item, but it was just blue.
Can't do anything there. Just sit there and look out at the beautiful area.
Yep. Boom. I'm getting a little bit of a lag attack. Okay, is this me? Or is it you? Okay.
It's me, it's
This
not
is
you.
Yeah. Oh, I remember this quest.
You're gonna get it now.
Uh-huh. Achievement completed. Devastating Fothbara.
Well, now what do we do?
Patra.
Well, and I can't reach that guy. Can you reach him?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
No, our loot fell into the light. Let's see if we can drag somebody
Oh,
out here.
I see a toe.
Is there anybody left?
I got a toe. This guy's over here.
Oh, there we go. Got it. All right, there you go.
Yeah, there was a toe showing, so I grabbed the toe.
Yeah.
Albia. Dude, what's up?
Stay back. I've got a... well, I guess I don't have much of anything. Please just tell me why I'm being held here.
What do you think? This our Republic scientist?
She fits the target description. Now we just wait for Rars to show. Short version, lady. There's a bounty hunter coming to take you to the Empire, where you'll probably die or at least be tortured.
Oh, my...
We want to kill this bounty hunter, so it's your lucky day. Just sit quietly and be bait-like.
Be quiet, both of you. We need to set up an ambush.
I'm not cut out for this. Please let me go. I'll do anything to...
What part of sit quietly don't you understand? You're gonna blow our... Oh, great.
Yeah, that didn't work well.
Hello, soft things. I see many Fothra servants are dead. Give me the scientist female, and you will not join them.
I never killed a... What is he again, Mako?
Trandoshan. Rhymes with dead meat.
You are stupid. Even for soft things, Rarsk will tear out your heart and feed it to a tiny rodent.
I have to
Dang,
admit,
your heart
I
is
love
small.
this job.
Scorekeeper, watch me! Scorekeeper's their god. Goddess. I'll go take care of these dudes while you can fight that big dude. There you go.
Oh, I just have to keep Flap off my keyboard. So that guy died because Flap pushed a key. And apparently it was the correct key.
He was like, "Stop trying to kill my dad."
Yeah.
That was brutal,
Death by cat.
but I owe you my thanks.
Yeah.
Got that right, girl. We're the heroes of the day.
So, what happens now?
Isn't there a bounty on this woman, Mako?
Sure, but that's not something we're interested in, right?
Interested nothing. I'm positively intrigued.
No,
Uh-oh.
Please.
Uh-oh.
Gotta get her head.
That was disgusting. You're not the person I thought you were.
Oh, come on, Mako.
You've disappointed Mako.
Yeah.
Can't afford to be sentimental.
Maybe you're right. I don't know. It still feels wrong.
So Flap,
Her body. We'll need it to turn
my
them
cat
around.
Flapjack is now
Come on,
disrupting
let's grab
things
this
all
box
over
of
my
shit therapy and
keyboard.
Get out of here.
So now we have to carry a corpse all the way through the palace.
Yeah, I
Brilliant.
got it. Mako, carry that for me, will you?
Good, good job, genius. Pick that up, Mako. Bring him along. She's all disappointed, and now she's got to carry the body. Yeah, some of these quests can make you lose reputation with your companions, so you have to ply them with gifts. Sorry, I cut that guy's head off. Here's the present.
Yeah,
You can
really.
feel better about it now. Uh-oh. So, Nimrod's little servants are here to raid the something or other. A pity if you'd raided the armory instead. Blah, blah, blah.
You down here? Father finally ordered you to check out the shooting.
Fast. You misunderstand. While lowly thugs sapped your strength, I waited with these men. Father's elite. Now you are too weak to fight us.
You only bet on a sure thing.
I like much about you too, and I'm sorry the Hutts came between us. The Hutts and Mistress Blade here, I presume.
No need for formality, really. Just Blade is fine.
I see. It is a pleasure to meet you then, Blade. I am Non Vayako, one of Fathra's most
Don wanted me
trusted
for himself
lieutenants.
When I got to Hutta. He couldn't afford me.
Unfortunately, she refused to join with Fathra, so now both of you must die. I will make certain your heads are sent to your homeworlds. What is it with people on this planet cutting off heads?
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
Then we got the arrows behind you.
I've already marched across the swamps, fought Fathra's army of thugs, and invaded your palace. You really think you can stop me now?
You are confident, aren't you? Perhaps I should have waited longer before striking. I propose a deal. I turn my back on this scene and depart the archives, and you don't shoot me on my way out. I will mention none of this to Fathra.
Aren't you forgetting something, Non? Seems like you're getting off light. And there was that game of Pazak we never finished.
Ah, yes, I would also be willing to transfer a sum of credits to your accounts. Old debts paid and a symbol of my gratitude. No.
No deal. I can't let you walk away.
You don't walk in and threaten to kill me and then walk out again. That's
All right.
not how deal making works.
Yes, the burning corpse is yours.
Oh, I'm just gonna leave it here.
You don't want. Well, Mako will take it
I
for
don't
you.
need to turn it in anywhere.
That's it then. Better hope your boss knows how to make a
Hey,
convincing
Mako,
point.
would you clean that
Of
up, please?
course, there's going to be a bloodbath once Nemro and Tofflegen see what's on the disc.
Oh.
What?
Care to explain that?
If that disc really names all of Fothra's business partners, it probably identifies half the people in Jaguna. Merchants, gangsters, debtors, the usual scum. When Nemro gets a hold of it, he'll want revenge on anyone who dared to go to Fothra behind his back. There'll be bodies clogging the gutters for weeks.
I mean, so?
Any particular
Oh.
reason I should be bothered?
Sorry
Only
about
if you
that.
plan to stick around and watch the excitement. If you're feeling queasy, you could always erase the extra data and scratch up the disk. Make it look like only the doctored recording miraculously survived the damage. So, we deliver Keeper's forgery without the real data. Nemro doesn't get his revenge spree. The risk is that Tofflegen figures out you erased the good stuff.
Nah.
I'm not endangering the mission to protect the lowlives of Hutta.
Aw, aren't we dedicated? I knew I'd learn something about you on this mission. Now let's
Shut
get
up!
that thing to Tofflegen and see what happens.
You're the hired help. Stop giving me your opinion.
Oh, but she does that. That's her
Yeah, she
thing.
does.
Here's my opinion that you haven't paid for. So we gotta go to the next level, right?
Yeah.
Taking it to the next
So we
level.
gotta go kill a Rancor and take its egg. I don't know if we have to actually kill a Rancor.
Level 3, I
remember.
think.
We gotta take the Rancor egg. And we also have to destroy some beast eggs. Also, I'm not
Some
sure
what?
why we have to do that. We have to destroy some beast eggs. It's like
Douchebags, so.
this guy hired us to level 3. He hired us to, you know,
Clean
get a
house.
Rancor egg, but also make sure that the other hut doesn't have cool beasts by destroying a bunch of his beast eggs.
Huh. Okay,
That's
can't
a
walk
hut
that way.
slap fight.
Oh, here we go. So we need to destroy all the eggs.
Yeah, we might as well kill all the kin lizards.
I'll go left.
too. Okay. Destroying the beast eggs. Phew.
Funny, I slapped that lizard over the head and it didn't do anything.
Okay. That's enough beast eggs.
Did it get all the
So
eggs?
time to steal the Rancor egg now. Where is the Rancor egg? Oh, it's over there. Ah. Come on, Khalil. Let's murderate some of these guys.
Woot, level 15. I've got an ability somewhere. What popped up on my screen? Thermal yield. Applies a stack of power yield to you. Whatever that is. Oh, increasing your armor by 40% and your damage done by 2 for 10 seconds. Okay, so that's a help. I'm going to get fried one? Okay. Or are you killing something that looks like you need some help with that? Here we go.
I murderated it. Okay, now we have to go get the egg. I don't know if we both need to do it or just one of us. We might both need to.
Steal an egg. Yep, looks that way. Steal
Okay.
2 eggs.
Yep. I figured since it's a mission item that has to go into your bag that we probably had to each get one.
I gotta go loot this. Oh man, the loot disappeared. Was there anything good off of the lizards?
Nah, just a couple credits.
Okay. All these lizards are being respectful now.
Yep, they're like, yeah, the big boys have come to town.
Don't take my head. I need it.
You don't, using my head right now. Okay, we're going to level 1. We just got to go down the road and talk to Doodlebug again. What's his name? Thigh.
Get on down. Move on down the road. Okay, we gotta go through these guys.
Yep. Gotta fight our way to the outside so we can mount up. I think I'm gonna switch to engineering because it's fun. Marksman's fine. I like engineering better. I had a friend in another guild who was like, I don't know, I don't feel like a real sniper with anything other than marksman. And I was like, well, I mean, real snipers are like on top of buildings and up in trees and stuff like that by themselves. So.
Oh, we're talking about being a sniper in the game?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's a little different. I mean, you're not exactly
real
hidden.
snipers are not like, yeah, they're not like out in the open and all that. I'm just gonna try to avoid fighting with people. Not that we need to necessarily, but I got dismounted. Oh well. We already killed you. How did you come back? Reincarnation.
Didn't kill me enough.
As
apparently.
the same person.
Yeah, it's amazing how that happens.
Reincarnated as the same dude. See, I'm being lazy and
they knocked me off my can here.
Yeah. Pew pew. Ah, come on. I saw Mako and I thought that was you. Whoops. It's like mirror.
No, she's the one carrying the body.
I just left mine behind. I don't need it.
You made it. Good work. The transmitters are all broadcasting beautifully. Once I've got all the data, I can finally get out of here. Here, your payment. Everything I've got, just like I promised. Small price to pay to keep breathing, right? Thanks for your help.
Unfinished business.
All right, we got to go to the palace. You want to quick travel or ride or
we can quick travel, I think. The cantina? No. Palace. So, Nimro's Palace. There we are. Go. Take me away. Calgon. Oh, that's transport. Never mind. Let me go inside. You cannot mount here. But I can run with my boots if I've got. Oh, I don't have them here, do I? Oh well.
Nope. Don't have legacies high enough for boots yet.
Is this my favorite mercenary returning with a rancor egg for Nemro?
What do you think? I fulfill my commitments.
Ooh.
This'll make the big guy plenty happy, which makes me happy, so I can make you happy.
Ew.
Here's your pay, and good work.
Next time, do your own dirty work.
You do the job, you take the pay, you don't complain about being dirty. Everyone's got to get ahead, one way or another.
Speaking of heads.
Gotta get off this planet where everybody's worried about cutting people's heads off.
Yeah.
Cutting people's heads off and put them in places and just a mess.
I am entering a rest zone. Hi, Judah. All right, what's going on in here?
Very well, Nimro.
Hut butt.
When the Trandoshan returns, I shall... Ah, I see we have a new player in the game after all.
That's the bone mask creep that followed me. Get him!
Ha, little Mako.
Ah.
Allow me to
Oh,
apologize.
go
So
ahead.
something.
To your young friend.
Fiery.
Go ahead. I already filled my quota of killings today.
You have a quota?
So it would seem. I am Grata. It is my honor to represent the Great Hunt. I have been investigating possible malfeasance by one Taro Blood.
You buying any of this?
Yeah, it all makes sense. It's just rotten luck you didn't catch Taro Blood in the act.
I reviewed your security holo recording and witnessed the murder of your teammates by Taro's men. While dishonorable, the attack wasn't technically against the rules. Unless Taro attacks another competitor, he cannot be punished.
Nothing will stop me from getting revenge.
As you wish, but know that Taro is protected by this competition's rules, the same as you. I shall continue to closely monitor Taro Blood's activities. If he breaks the Great Hunt's rules, he will pay for it. I have remained here to give the Trandoshan Rarsk instructions for the Great Hunt. It seems this is no longer necessary.
Whatever you were going to tell Rarsk, you can tell me instead.
As you say.
You have my token and recognition as the most fearsome hunter on Hutta.
Seek the Huntmaster in the Mandalorian Enclave. He will answer all your questions about the Great Hunt.
You've been a real big help, creepy guy.
Indeed.
Go to the Great Hunt and spread the glory of Nemro the Hutt.
Be quiet for once, will you?
Good hunting.
I got what I needed out of him.
Ooh.
Let's see how. Oh, I got some boots. Cool.
You need to talk
Oh,
to
I must
Judah.
select one of the items. I can't have both. One's the shuttle pass.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't need that. Okay. I'll take the boots. Oh, select one. Mako customization. Okay, control. I want to see what.
So you can
Yeah, I
see
want
what
to see
they
what she
look
looks
like.
like. Yeah.
Yeah, just go ahead and click
So
like you would
do I
for
like
any
her
other.
with a headband? Do I like her with the undercut? Or do I like her with the red hair? Oh, I don't care, actually. I think the undercut looks cool, but I actually like her the way she is.
I like the undercut one because to me she looks a little older. I'm not sure why, but the default Mako just looks super young to me.
You know,
like
I've
15.
heard people talk about that. It's like, okay, I get it. Might be a little creepy.
It is a little creepy.
Yeah.
She's not supposed to be that young. She's supposed to be in her 20s, but
Right.
She looks
But some of
super
the
young.
dialogue and stuff like that, it's kind of odd.
Yeah, some of the dialogue is very teenager. I'm not a
Oh, I got my
child.
legacy surname.
People in their 20s don't run around saying, I'm not a child.
Yes. I have unlocked my legacy. Let's see, what should I do? What should I call myself? If I call myself the same as the other, am I going to? I still won't have access to that legacy stuff, huh? This is a brand new legacy on a different server, right?
Brand new. That's right.
Okay.
You can call it
So
whatever
let's
you
see.
want.
What do I want to call myself? Let's call myself. I don't know what to call myself. Headmaster? That's appropriate for this guy.
The head chopper. The decapitator legacy.
Well, he's a power tech. I could call him barbecue master or something like that.
You could call it the guillotine legacy.
Oh. Now, let's see. Yeah, I like headmaster. I'll just do that.
Headmaster. Okay.
Headmaster. It'll be shared among all my characters on this server. All right. Cool.
Mine's boring. It's just a last name. I just made up a pretend last name and work.
Yeah. I was thinking about that too, but it's like, nah, I don't need that. There we go. Now it's not so creepy.
About the whole great hunt thing. Thanks.
There's other
Maybe the less brazen
customizations that you
stuck
can
with it.
buy when we get to like. Oh, I think Belsavis has a guy that sells some, and Balmora does.
Yeah. Well, I'm flirting with Mako right now, so let's see what.
For your sake.
Oh, okay. I will be
That's
quiet
sweet in
and
a
let
total
you
and complete
flirt.
lie kind of way. Great Hunt was Braden's dream. Talked about it for years.
Maybe
Day you
you'll
told me
even
he
get a
found you.
BioWare kiss out of the deal.
Grinning and laughing so much, I thought his face would split in half.
Laughing doesn't sound like something he did much of.
Thought maybe he'd gone crazy. Winning this thing, it would have meant more to him than revenge. So I'm gonna skip saying thank you again because you get the idea already. Let's just get moving.
All right.
Hold on, I'm just moving my stuff
And level
around.
16. Wow. Ding again. All right. Where are we off to? Looks like we got a quest in the bottom sector there. Is that mine or yours? Or yes? All the above?
Just a second. I'm just messing with my rotation, so
Okay.
just 1 second here.
I am... Oh, that must be yours because I can't go in there.
Yep. I gotta go in there in a second.
You must be on the appropriate mission.
Yes. Alright, that'll do. Okay. Time to go into the other door. Where is it? Oh, it's the other way.
I gotta get
Come
up.
on in. There we go. Gotta go talk to Tothlegen. Here's your CD.
Yeah.
Hello, Tothlegen. The Red Blade claims to have something to show you.
I do not have time for your games, Ratataki. Leave us to our business. What did you find? Did you learn the identity of Fathra's supporters? I did.
Turns out your suspicions were right. Fathra cut a deal with the Republic.
Really? And you base this on what? A hollow disk? These are Fathra's archives. All his bargains, all his contracts are on this disk. We can do much with this information. Mighty Nimbro, I have news of Fathra's attack on the palace. I saw foolish Tathagen. I pay attention to what goes on in my palace even when my mind is occupied. So, Fathra is allied with the Republic and has employed Republic men to fight my clan. Indeed.
That's what it looks like. What are you gonna do?
Fathra would involve the cartel in politics, then we will involve the cartel in politics. We will make alliances. In return for your assistance, Blade, generous payment will be transferred to your account. Yes, you have done well by my house. You will be rewarded. I can read so much faster just in my head.
A pleasure doing business with you, Mighty Nemro.
You earned your payment, little pirate. Now be on your way. Nemro and I have much to discuss. Much to discuss and revenge to plot.
But first, cosmetic surgery to give him some eyebrows.
Bye, Bonehead. Have you noticed that the boy Twi'leks have ears and the girl Twi'leks only have head nerves?
Do they have the nubs? I don't remember which one. The girls have nubs and the boys don't. I forget.
They have ears.
Ah.
Yeah. The girls have nubs like a frog.
Oh, I've got a quest over here now.
I think
that's yours.
I looked up why the girls have head nerves and the boys have ears, and it seems to be related to the original movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you remember that one guy who was the guy Twi'lek in the first films? He had kind of a weird head, and his little like, tentacle was wrapped around his neck or whatever.
Yeah. Was that at the bar?
He has ears.
Was that the bar scene?
Yeah, I think so. I can't remember now. But he is the reason that boys have ears and the girls don't. Is because
they just kept it from the film.
First few. They just kept it from the films, apparently. Sort of weird, but okay, whatever. There's no reason they shouldn't have different kinds of ears. I'm just saying.
Well,
that's why.
At least they kept
that's
it
apparently
with the film,
why.
yeah. They did their research, right?
I guess.
Nemro is already contacting Imperial embassies looking to establish relations. He'll be eating out of our hands within the month.
Wahaha.
Chemical and stimulant stockpiles will nearly double. In the long term, we're a step closer to bringing all of Hutta under Imperial control. I'll make my full report to Darth Jadis shortly. I expect he'll be very pleased with our work.
Assuming he's satisfied, does that mean Jadis will leave Imperial intelligence alone?
I wouldn't assume anything at this juncture. Besides which, that isn't your concern. Your mission is now complete. There's a shuttle waiting for you in Jaguna. It will take you to Drummond Cast. Once you've arrived on planet, report to Imperial Intelligence Headquarters in the Citadel. I'll debrief you there.
Acknowledged and understood.
Khalil, you will also report to Drummond Cast. I assume Nemro won't be surprised by your sudden disappearance.
He'll be hurt, but no one will be surprised that I left with the blade.
And he's certainly not the first employer you've walked out on. In any case, I'll expect to see both of you soon.
He knows a little too much about her.
Who else has Khalil betrayed?
This isn't the time or place for that, Agent. Report to the shuttle as soon as possible.
You need to talk to Kaleo. She's got much to share.
I bet she does.
Yeah. And we're back.
We are back.
So I noticed up here I've got
stuff.
we have a couple quests. Take a shuttle to the Imperial fleet, and then Albia's body to Droman Kaz. So I guess Mako's still hauling around a body, so we need to like take that somewhere. Where's the where is the location that we have to go to for the fleet or for the transport?
Inside the airport.
Oh, got it.
Spaceport thing, whatever it's called. Spaceport. Spaceport. This is Jeeg. I made you into the Red Blade, right? Little time to talk. Very bad news. Uh-oh. Basically, the real Blade is coming into Jaguna on a shuttle right now. Whoopsie.
So we need to take care of
that.
the real Blade.
Yup.
And I got to talk to something over here. Oh, there's a panel. Oh, that's the modification station. You know, I was trying to think of stuff. Oh, someone just hit me with a snow globe. Thank you.
Snowball, yeah.
Yeah, I've been snowballed. I was going to ask you if you could talk about the modification station. You got a minute to do that?
Yeah. The modification station, generally you don't need it for anything anymore. If you want to augment most of your equipment with enhancements and whatever the things are, let me just really quickly look up. If you open up your weapon, one of your weapons, you put control right click to modify. There's color crystal places. There's
augment kit.
Gosh, I don't have. Yeah, augment kits. Sorry.
And then augment.
Yep. There's armoring, mod, and enhancements, right? And then at the bottom is augment kit, and you can see that's locked.
Mm-hmm.
You have to, for each piece of equipment, you have to purchase the augment kit to unlock it, and then you have to be at the modification station to apply the augment. So for every other enhancement that you put on your stuff, the armoring, the mod, the enhancement, and the dye module and crystals and stuff, you can do that anywhere you want to. But for adding the augment kit and the augmentation, you have to be at the item modification station. So it's good to kind of know where they are.
Okay.
I don't use augments for most things because we were using it in our group activity because we were doing heroics and stuff. In ordinary content that we're doing right now, probably not all that necessary. So.
Okay.
But that's what it is. That's what it's for.
So the augment kits, you said you have to purchase them. Do one of the professions make them?
You can make them.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't remember which ones.
Yeah,
I think synth weaving makes some, but I'm not sure. Maybe armor mech.
Yeah, I never figured out how to apply them. That was the thing. And there's different rankings for them too, isn't there?
Yes, there's a different augment kit for whatever level, and most of the early ones don't even get used anymore. You probably just bust them into. I don't know if you can disenchant them or whatever. I don't even remember, and we can't actually even look at which professions make them right now because it's not in our book. We have to go to the fleet and talk to the craft teachers to get the entries into our crew skills log. We don't actually have anything in there right now.
Okay. So where would you normally get the augment kits? Off of the auction house? Or?
Auction house.
Okay.
Yeah. If you can't make them, you get them off the auction house or have another character that can make them. Whatever profession it is that makes them.
Okay, so I did
now my characters had I've got another character that has synth weaving and she makes augment kits, but I don't know if I think it's just a result of actually now that I'm thinking about it, I think you disenchant stuff and the augment kits fall out of them. That's what it is.
Okay.
So it's probably all professions now that I think about it. But it's been a while since I thought about this stuff, shaking some brain cells loose that I haven't actually accessed for a little while.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to hit you blindside on it, but it was something I had thought about earlier, and it's like, oh, that's something that I really would like to hear about if it's still applicable.
Yeah.
So, okay.
I made a whole bunch of augments for our team that are sitting in my bank on the other server before we stopped playing. So, I made a bunch of augmentation kits.
So I took a look at
the augmentation kit to make the augment.
Yeah. So the there's a lore item right next to this modification station, and I clicked on it, and they dropped an efficient enhancement 3. So
Nice.
the enhancement can be used to upgrade your weapons and armor, but where would that go? That wouldn't go.
Yeah, it just goes in the enhancement slot on one of your guns.
Okay.
Is where I'd put it.
Yeah, I don't. It doesn't show any
That's where you're
enhancement
intended
slots
to put it. On your gun?
on my gun.
It
There's
should.
no. There's a augment kit that it says you can purchase it. Unlocking this perk will no longer require the player to be at an item modification station to add or upgrade an augment slot. And so I'm going to go ahead and purchase it and see what happens.
That's not where the enhancement goes, though. That's an augmentation that goes there. The enhancement has its own slot.
Okay, but I don't have
know why
anything. Yeah, there's nothing on my blaster, for example, for doing that.
I'm going to inspect you real quick.
There's a color crystal is the only thing that's open.
Yeah, you do not have currently a... You don't have a... My vocabulary is really bad today. I can't access the word. You don't have a modifiable blaster pistol on at the moment.
Oh, okay. So
or
that would
generator.
Would that need to be something that is like a particular level? Is it like a blue or a purple?
No, I mean there's a lot of greens that are modifiable, but you probably already have a blaster pistol somewhere in your collection that you can add a augmentation to. But
they're
I
pretty
imagine
low levels,
you'll get a pistol. Yeah, you have to put all the augments on them once we get to the fleet. But you should get a pistol as a prize for your quest to exit this. Like your final quest when you leave should give you a pistol.
Okay.
That you can modify with that enhancement item because that's what it's for.
Got it.
It's for your item that you're leaving the planet with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
so let's go this way first. I have to take care of this blade person. I have to make the real blade go away before I can leave the planet. I mean, if I had my druthers, I'd just leave the planet. I don't know why I've got to eliminate him, but somebody decided that had to be done.
So, you're the one who killed my men. The pretender who wants to be the blade.
He doesn't look like a blade.
I earned my name.
You think this is a joke?
Yeah, he looks like a tooth.
You worm, the real red blade. And you've got one chance to explain yourself before I burn a hole through your head.
Hard to explain myself to a dead man.
You're a piece of work, but you're not leaving here alive.
You should be called Red Snaggletooth.
Everyone backs up.
Get him, Cleo!
You're gonna get it now.
Ba-ba-da-ba. See? Told you I was the blade. Dummy.
Damn you, pretender.
Iron Man with a broken helmet.
Okay,
Marvel
so
Comics has failed.
I know you can't see, but I got as a prize for this final quest, I got the Red Blade sniper rifle along with a lethal mod.
Okay.
So I can use that with... I should have a quest with an enhancement, but it'll probably be when I get to the planet. But I can put those things on the gun once I'm done. I think it'll probably be the quest we get when we're... Yep, because I've got the item modification station quest now.
Mm-hmm.
So I will go click on the thingy, and I'll get an enhancement for my shooty McBang. And then when we get to the planet, you should get your final weapon. I've got mine. I don't know why you don't have yours. Maybe it's just I can't remember actually the quest sequence for Bounty Hunter when you get your stuff. But Drummond Cost is super fun. It's amazing. I love Drummond Cost. It's one of my favorite planets. We're gonna have so much fun there. I'm not even being sarcastic. I really like it. I enjoy Drummond Cost quite a lot.
So we're going to Imperial Fleet.
Imperial Fleet.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where we're going. Leaving Hutta. Bye, Dirtball. Zoom.
And there's my blaster. Okay. And it's actually a really low-level blaster. It's a level 12. And I'm carrying a level 30 already. I get Mako's op outfit, Mako's street outfit, or Mako's combat outfit. And let's see what they look like. I don't know if I can't look at them.
No, I don't know why they don't let you look at them, but you can real quick look online if you want. Just put the names of the outfits in, or put Mako's outfits,
that means I got to
and you
open a
can
browser and do all that stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and get the combat outfit because the young lady needs a combat outfit. I've already got her hair, so. Companion. Where's my inventory? There it is. As long as they don't stick some stupid helmet on her, I'm fine with that.
Oops.
Is that it? You get pants too, don't you, young lady? There we go. That's better. Now she looks official.
Let me see here. Let me go get
Cool and
my
groovy.
collection. Color crystal.
Oh, what happened to my blaster that I can't use?
I'm going to check and see if my sniper rifle is a higher level once I apply that color crystal to it. Yep. Once I applied my color crystal to it, it's a more powerful weapon than the level 18 sniper rifle.
Oh, okay.
Because all of the Red Blade sniper rifle is level 12, but all of the augments are level 36, and so it actually ends up being a more powerful weapon. For me. So
well, let's see if I have...
You have some color crystals?
I don't, actually.
You haven't collected any color crystals?
I've received no color crystals, no.
You have none in your collection?
Oh. That's a good question.
The one you should be using while you're leveling is pretty much Mastery, which is always the War Heroes crystal.
Color crystals. I've got one crystal in my collection.
Oh.
And
well, what is it?
It is a advanced magenta white eviscerating crystal.
Yeah, that's different. That's like critical or something, but still better than nothing.
Yeah, that's all I've got.
If you put some cartel coins on it to open it up so that you can download it for everybody, you only have to do it once, and you can apply that to your weapon, and it should boost the level.
All right, now I've got it. Or I should. Except now I can't see it. Back to the Cartel Market.
Collection.
Yeah. Collections. Color crystals collected. Okay. There we go. I transferred it. Yay. Let's see. Where is it now? Give it to me. All right. So that I should be able to do that. Huh. That's still interesting.
If you modify your blaster, just do the right-click modify thing. Control
Yeah,
right-click.
it's not letting me.
It's not letting you on the blaster you just received?
Nope.
Why?
Probably because I have it hidden. Hang on a second.
That shouldn't matter. You sure you put it on yourself?
Yeah, it's unidentified M41 blaster pistol.
No. That's an appearance. You're in the outfitter.
Yeah. Show gear as outfit.
You want to go to your... No, go to your character tab. Gear. Not outfitter tab, the gear tab.
Oh, I've got the 30 still there. Okay, let's see. Which one did I just get? I got the 12.
I think you just applied it to your outfit rather than
All right, I got the
your
12.
gear.
Got it. All right, so now...
That's what
there
happened.
we go. So I have +7 mastery, +3, +5 endurance. I've got a mod. But I have no mods that I can actually add. And then I've got...
You should have gotten everything you need to fill every slot on that gun.
Yeah, I've got no mod. That's no mod in the thing there. So I'm going to... I added...
Click on the mod and see if you need to add it. Because it might be in your bag?
Nope, I don't have it.
Did you sell it?
I don't know. I didn't think so.
Hmm.
So I had an enhancement I just added, and then I got a color crystal, so I'm going to add the color crystal.
Yeah, but you should have a mod. That's really weird. I wonder if you don't have the... Is your pistol blue or green?
It is blue.
Huh.
But I don't have a mod that I
Okay.
can actually use.
Well, maybe you'll have one when you do the next quest. I don't know.
Okay,
So.
now I have a tuning one, but I don't have any tuning mods. And then I have a mod. So let's see, what level did this leave me with? Let's find that out. It's now 24, so it's still less than my 30. Yeah, and actually I've got 2 items. I've got a level 18 that's better, and the level 30 is better.
Something has gone amiss.
This is true.
Somehow.
Interesting.
I don't know why you don't have a modification to apply to your blaster, because you definitely should. That's weird. Okay.
Well,
but this blaster is level 24, so how is it not as good as your 18?
No, it was a level 12. But...
Nope. I'm showing it as 24.
Oh, now it is.
Yeah.
But the one I had before was a level 30.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird.
Where's your modification?
Huh? I put them on there.
I'm just annoyed. Where's the modification? Why isn't it in your bag?
Oh, I have no idea.
Stupid bug game.
I'm looking to see if there's anything else in my... I got mission items.
When you come on into the fleet, and we'll go to a person that can sell stuff.
Okay.
And you can see if you sold it by accident, because if you didn't,
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Something bugged out, and you just didn't get it for whatever reason. Strange.
I can't.
Yeah, sometimes stuff bugs out, It is annoying when it happens, but occasionally it does. All right. So stop by this station and pick up the introduction to craft trainers, or the tutorial craft trainers. It's like
This
that
one's
mission.
Group Finder. Introduction to Group Finder.
Yeah, look down at the bottom.
Oh, Gathering Crafting
Tutorials.
Trainer. Tutorial. Yay.
Yeah.
I didn't even know this was here. I was just doing it.
Oh yeah. Yep. So
Okay.
what will happen is we get XP for talking to the craft trainers.
Yeah. And they all show up now on the map too.
Yeah. So we should do that. I don't want to do the group finder thing unless you do.
No, that's okay. If we were trying to grab a group, then it'd be a different story.
Yeah.
So let me find someone and see if I can see if the mod got sold.
Okay. It's not a big enough deal to put in a ticket about, but I am curious because this is a new server and stuff should not be. You know what I mean? The bug is like any sort of bug they might want to know about because it's a cloud server. And the other ones are not.
I'm back. So let's see. There is a generator. Nope. I don't see any mods in here.
That's very strange. In the buyback tab?
In the buyback tab, yes.
No
mods.
Weird. You did not get your mod. Okay, well, maybe you'll get it for the next quest. I don't know. All right, so let's go talk to the trainers real quick. Decide what sort of profession you want to do, if any.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
I think I'm gonna do armor. I'm gonna make some armor.
Trying to figure out which one does what.
Medium and heavy. So when you talk to each one, it adds it to your codex. So you should click on each one so that you have it in your library.
I'm on the other side of everything. I went to the modification stations. All the mod folks. The mod squad.
Squad.
That was kind of creepy. I'm climbing the stairs and the stairs just, everything went black. So it was just my character climbing the stairs.
Buggy bug,
it's like,
bug. Oh no, buggy bugs. Buggy bugs. So, synth weaving is like force user armor.
Right.
Armor mech is non-force user armor. Biochem is band-aids and stuff. Artifice is lightsabers and crystals and junk like that. Arms tech is guns. Cyber tech is robot stuff and a few mounts and other junk. That's the most general description.
Yeah, I'm thinking probably the guns. Arms tech.
Yeah, nice.
What does the cyber tech do?
It does droid parts and some vehicles and other stuff. Let me look in my codex.
Let's see. I think arms tech, but I don't remember which one pairs well with the arms tech. I'm gonna select.
It'll say in your codex if you go to your lore, your mission tab, and then go to the codex, and then to crew skills. After you've clicked everybody and put it in your library, it'll be on there. So like it says, cyber tech is the skill to assemble earpieces, grenades, mods, enhancements, and miscellaneous gadgets. And
Okay.
then there's a whole bunch of other stuff about it. Recommended gathering skill, scavenging. Recommended mission skills, underworld trading. So that's where you find out what it is that you need to do. It's like I'm getting armor mech. So they're saying recommended gathering skills are scavenging and slicing. Slicing is like finding boxes of money all over the universe.
Right.
And then underworld trading for getting components. So I'm going to go scavenging and underworld trading because I have other characters that do slicing already.
So mine is scavenging, slicing, and
Scavenging or slicing.
and then mission skills investigation. So okay, so scavenging. I'll probably do slice tech parts, scavenge metal and compounds. I haven't done slicing. What were you going to say? Yeah.
The thing is, it's hard to get enough metal to make your things if you don't take scavenging.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll either have to do scavenging or slicing. You can't do both.
Well, let me grab the arms tech while I'm here.
Yeah.
Train me.
Now, when you're doing just a gathering character, only gathering, I mean, you can do slicing and scavenging if you want, because then you're not taking a profession. You don't take a production profession and only gathering. Then you can do archaeology and slicing, scavenging and slicing, whatever you want to do.
Okay.
But when you take a profession, you have to choose between scavenging and slicing. Slicing definitely, you know, those little sliced data parts or whatever that go into gear. That's where those come from. But usually it's sufficient to have one slicer on your account to make sure because you're leveling characters to get a completed legacy. Or you can buy them off of the auction house. And it's usually cheaper, I think, to buy the sliced data parts off the auction house rather than miss out on the scavenging because the metal is usually pretty expensive.
Yeah.
And also you can, when you're done with the metal, you can sell it all and make quite a bit of that money back. So some people feel like they'd rather slice and then they feel like they're making enough money from boxes in the world that they don't need to scavenge, that they can just buy the metal no problem because they're picking up boxes of money all the time. And I have no idea which one is actually better,
You see anything you like?
but those are the two systems that people use. I usually go do only slicing on characters that are only gathering and no production. But that's just my experience. That doesn't mean it's the right way to do it. It's just a way to do it.
So I got finished that mission. I don't know what we can do. I don't know what I can do with it.
Do what?
Oh, Onslaught Arms Tech, because I have to be a level 800 to do anything for advanced training. Okay.
Yeah, that's just the thing. That's on all the professions. There's like a big deal that you buy. You spend a whole bunch of money on at a certain level.
And then you start doing your higher level stuff.
Yep.
Got it.
So I want to show you a couple of things. So one is these speeders in the middle of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
These will take you to any other part of the fleet.
Oh, okay.
And you don't have to drive the whole way.
Got it. So I could do...
So let's go ahead and click on that, and let's go over to supplies. And then it will fly you over there. And every quarter of the ring has a speeder in the middle.
It's good to know.
Yeah. Something that's pretty easy to miss if you didn't know about it. And then these guys here will sell you modifications. So we are level 16. So we would go over here, we can use level 14 modifications.
So it's based on
you
the character level, not the level of the gear.
That's right.
Got it.
And then, so if we talk to this guy, you can buy a modification to replace the one that you didn't get.
Right.
And put it in your weapon. And you can see that these mods are level 46. So these are actually much higher than even what I have on my stuff.
So the lethal mod, there's lethal mod 7, 7A, and 7B.
Yep.
And those give me mastery,
which one do you need? Is a question that is only really important when you are level 80 and getting ready to raid and stuff.
Got it.
So generally, when I want to know what I should take, I will look at the things that the game already gave me and say, okay, what is the game giving me automatically? And they're giving me versatile barrel for my gun, versatile barrel, and then the mod they gave me is lethal with no modifiers, like no lethal 1 or 2 or whatever, just lethal. Right. And my enhancement is efficient. Now, I know that efficient enhancements give you better critical and alacrity and stuff. This one's a critical. So, all right, erase. They're critical. But if I want to replace it, what I want is accuracy, because I'm a DPS. I want all of my stuff to hit more often than not. So if I'm going to buy mods, then I'm going to buy something with accuracy on it instead.
Okay.
And the accuracy ones are called... they're called initiative. So efficient is critical. Discipline is also critical. I don't know what's different, except it's power and critical. Okay, so efficient is endurance, power, critical. Discipline is, it just doesn't have as much power on it. It's got more endurance. Okay, so that's more of a tanky kind of thing. Barrage is a lot of endurance, power, and alacrity. Looks like another tanky thing. And adepts are critical, endurance, and power. So, but what we want is accuracy, because we are DPS people.
All right. So I'm looking at the lethal mods. They have...
there's also proficient has accuracy as well.
Oh, let's see. Accuracy rating plus 7. But I don't need the endurance necessarily. Plus 7.
Yeah.
Accuracy... alacrity. Okay, so is it the highest level? The highest level stat is what you're looking for, right?
Yeah.
So in my case, I would.
You want more accuracy than anything else, but I mean, in general, when you get to the end game, you have a rating of like, your accuracy has to be this, and then you're going to concentrate on the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. But we're just leveling. So when we're out in the field, the biggest thing is probably mastery, but all of our gear has enough mastery already. So when you're putting enhancements on, you're looking for accuracy, because that'll just help stuff hit more often. So the proficient's got 5 endurance, 7 accuracy, 2 power. The initiative has 4 endurance, 7 accuracy, and 4 power. So I'm going to get that one because I don't really need the endurance.
Yeah, I was looking to see if I should switch out my enhancement, because I have endurance, power.
I mean, they're pretty cheap, so I would.
Yeah.
That's just me.
All right, let's see.
It probably doesn't even really matter that much.
Plus 7.
But it's kind of good to know about. You can also remove these from your gear when they are super high level enhancements and you want to keep them. You want to hang on to them. You can remove them from your gear and put it on new gear. It's a little bit of a cost to do that, but it's usually worth it. And then over here...
Oh, hang on a second. I'm still trying to figure out which mod to get.
Ah, that's
because
fine.
I only have 3 choices. So for the mods, lethal mod.
Yeah.
Let's see, mastery plus.
Yeah, it probably
6.
doesn't even. Yeah, like I said, it probably doesn't even really matter that much, but you know.
Plus 7. Okay, I think I'm good.
Stay alive.
Yes.
Now, if you go over here to Captain Thanar, the adaptive gear vendor, this is really cool. He's got a lot of gear sets in here that you
Looking
can
to see where you
transmog
went because
on.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying
I'm just-
attention. Oh, right behind me. Got it.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep. So he's got all these different gear sets,
Mhm.
and they are all moddable, completely moddable. So if
Oh,
you
okay.
need a moddable gear set, you can buy them pretty cheap here. They're only 600 per piece for some of them, and for some of them they're 2,500 per piece. But that's mostly just if you want them for, I would say, for transmogs. But you've probably already got a moddable gear set in your collection. So, but here you can buy things. Let me make sure. Yeah, you can buy weapons and offhands and stuff here that are moddable. So that is probably more important to
Okay.
get.
So I'm going to play with my mods real quick. So
Yeah,
I can
no, that's
get
no
that
problem.
all taken care of.
Yep, me too. You'll have a piece that you'll have to take out.
And
When you start editing, you'll be like, okay, we're not saying anything here because we're just messing with our equipment.
so how do you take it out?
Pardon?
How do you take out like the enhancement? I've already got an
Oh,
enhancement.
oh gosh, I haven't done it in so long. Let me think. Okay, you just right click it and it says extracting this item modification will cost however many credits. Do you want to proceed? And then you accept or decline.
This is because the previous
And
mod
then
was not removed from this slot. It is about to be destroyed. Proceed?
That's just overwriting a mod. That's
Yeah.
not removing it.
Okay. And then
So
I've
if
got...
you want to remove it first, you have to right click first and remove it and then put the new one over the top if you want to keep the old one.
Okay.
Most of the time, you won't want to keep the old one because the old one will be better. The only time you really want to keep the old one is when you are super high level and they're super expensive. You know?
There's also...
Like if it costs 500 million credits to buy a mod, you want to keep it.
So there's something called tuning. Is that something... Which are the
Those
tuning?
are... Tuning is it's a purely cosmetic effect, and you usually buy them on the auction house.
Okay. Don't need to do that then. All right. Think I'm modded up.
I need to get a knife. Knife to see you. So I need to go down to the Scout section, which is my gear. Aha, here we go. Scout's vibro knife. Blurp. Ching ching.
Let's see if there's anything that's really low that I can...
Yeah, my knife that I have right now is actually better, but I want to buy this one for later because it's moddable and the knife I have right now is not. So, burp. Doop a doop a doop.
So I see that everything I have... Well, I've got 3 pieces of modifiable gear. So, or 3 pieces of blue, I should say. And all 3 of those are in the 40s. Everything else I have
Yeah,
are
I wouldn't
greens,
worry about it
and
then.
they're in the 30s. So,
Yep. All of my greens, I've only got greens for gear except for my weapons. So,
Okay.
You get that blue stuff in heroics.
Okay. I'm not going to worry about it then.
Nope, we actually really don't need to worry about it at all. For most of the things, I'm just showing you because you may end up like having a weapon problem or one piece of gear that's just not catching up for whatever reason. And so in that case, you can just zip over here to the fleet and buy some pieces to throw onto a moddable piece and catch up a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah.
So that tells me what I need to do on my healer for group content, because I hadn't done any of the modifications or anything on any of my gear there. So that probably would have helped significantly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what we got about 10 minutes. What are we doing?
Yep. Probably there's not a whole lot we can do because we have to decide. I mean, I think I would like to do the Storytime flashpoint to get us over to Drummond Koss.
Okay.
And the only thing we can do in 10 minutes is even just get. All we can do is really get on Drummond Koss. So instead, I think that it might be good to go and talk to the dude to buy our stronghold. I'll show you where that is.
Oh, before you take off, I'm going to show people here in the fleet where I'm standing is where the Galactic season, the previous Galactic season vendors are.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's over here. You guys can purchase old stuff if you have the Galactic season tokens from previous Galactic seasons. This doesn't have the current gear. This is all the stuff that you would see on the awards tabs, and like mounts and weapons and mods and stuff like that are all on here.
Yeah. And companions too.
Yes,
companion gifts. Companions from the first two and companion gifts, yeah. So if we come over, I guess we could have taken the speeder, but...
Yeah, that's all right. We're here.
Life Day stuff going on. You can pick some of that up. Get hit with a snowball. Somebody's always hucking a snowball on Life Day stuff. Snowball time. So, if we go over here and talk to this gentleman, he has a quest to tell you to open up your stronghold. And the first one is either super cheap or free. I can't remember which one it is. But
yes,
there's a lore plate as well.
Shield yourself from your enemies. Broaden your sphere of influence. Wield your prosperity as a weapon. Accomplish all of this and more with strongholds.
Be a capitalist.
Procure a location from across the galaxy to construct your new power base. Adorn your stronghold in stunning opulence. And immerse yourself in gratification as the seething resentment and abject fear of your adversaries wash over you. Be ever in service to the Empire. Show your worth. Brandish your power. Secure a stronghold now.
Now, if they only had mounting boards for heads, that'd be kind of cool.
Okay. So, now you want to buy your stronghold, right?
Sure.
So, let's see. Where's the Drummond Koss one? Here it is. Here's the Drummond Koss one. I'm standing in front of it.
6,000. So half of my credits would go towards that. Well, that's coins. I don't have coins. Purchase cost. Oh, legacy purchase. Reactivated cost. Okay. I think I can do
Mine didn't cost me very much at all, but I don't remember what it was. I used cartel coins to buy mine, so.
Yeah, I don't have enough cartel coins. All right, stronghold move in a day. Yay, I got my stronghold.
Okay, so now if you go to your stronghold and then just take a couple of steps forward, the quest will complete and you'll get the furniture.
Okay, so I'm going to travel. I saw there was a little gift box up there. I didn't click on it though, so I'll have to check that. And here I am on the penthouse suite with no furniture.
I wonder why you didn't get a mod on your pistol. It's really bugging me. I think I'm going to put in a ticket. I don't know. Maybe you should put in a ticket. Because that's weird. You should definitely do that. Everybody should have a completely kitted out weapon by the time they're done with that first phase of quests.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why something is buggy.
There we go. I got all my furniture. Yay.
Furniture.
Now what do I do? Get rid of the furniture.
Open it up in your bag.
Yeah.
This is what SWTOR players call Space Barbie. Because it's playing with your Barbie dream house in space. Hitting out your apartment and stuff. Then you can get a Galactic Trade Network kiosk to put in there. You can get it has a legacy bank. To get a cargo hold to put in there, you have to buy it yourself, either from the security vendor. The security key vendor has some that are they're pretty expensive. They're like 15,000 for a cargo hold. Or you can use one of those MK1 or whatever units to buy it from the Stronghold decoration guy. I think it's three of those, which you just get for logging in, so you'll have enough money eventually. And then you can also get them from the Cartel Market.
Okay, so there's 2 items that are here in the room already. There is a arrival point. You can set your current character's arrival point here. And then there is a terminal for the cinematic introduction to the Stronghold. So, yeah, yep. I think I'll pass on the cinematic since we only have 5 minutes left. What does the...
Well, you should have already had it when you went there in the first place.
Oh.
That's all there is.
Well, let me check it. Because... Oh, that's the... Okay. Yeah, never mind. Canceled out.
Yeah, that's just the little... You're flying to the Stronghold.
Yeah, and I get to stand out and gaze out on the city. Yippee.
Gaze out on the city? That's right.
Now, it says I have new mail. I should be able to put a mailbox in here, right?
I think they gave you a mailbox in your...
Okay. Is that under collections also?
Well, you got to open up the tab, open up the Stronghold edit mode.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Open decoration. No. Edit mode. Okay, there's the edit mode. Then it's going through a tutorial.
Okay.
Click. Let's see. To start placing decorations, click the button on your toolbar to enter edit mode. While you're in the edit mode, you can right-click a hook layout to pop up the hook editor. The hook editor window will display a complete list of decorations that will fit into the hook you've selected. You can filter this list by category and subcategory. Decorations will often fit into multiple hook types. Eligible hooks are displayed in the Decorations tooltip. Click here to continue. Once you've selected the decoration you want, click the Place button to insert it into the hook. You can then nudge and rotate the decoration within the hook using the sliders that appear. If you aren't happy with your decorating options for a certain hook, you can usually modify it by clicking the Layouts button and selecting a different set of hooks. You can preview different layouts by selecting them. Clicking Layout, Apply Layout will confirm the change and automatically pick up any decorations placed in the associated hook. You will earn prestige for your legacy with each new decoration you unlock in your personal collection. As you place decorations, your stronghold completion percentage will increase. Your stronghold's prestige value is determined by its completion percentage multiplied by your legacy prestige. Prestige is used to rank strongholds on the public listing. You can also unlock stronghold labels, which allow you to set a different name for your stronghold in the stronghold management window. You can also select a different character in your legacy to be the official owner. Okay. I think yeah. That's good enough. I've got a hook here in the corner. I'm going to click on it. And let's see. It gives me the ability to put a droid. No, let's see. I want utility? Yeah. Mailbox. There's a
You can also make it say, show me what's available. Because you have so few things in your decoration library right now that just show what's available is probably the quickest way to get out what you want. So later on, when there's a zillion decorations and you have a better idea of what they are, then that drop-down list of like categories will help you more. But right now, just show available is probably fine.
Yeah. So it's actually
helpful.
I've got the mailbox, and it shows I've got it there. But now, how do I keep it there? Hide hooks.
Yep.
Okay, hide hooks, and there it is. Yay! Yep. I've got a mailbox.
Woo-hoo.
Let's see what my mail says. You own a stronghold. Yes, I do. And it gave me a something, a basic decoration, whatever that is. And some credits. Thank you.
Ew.
I no longer have any mail.
You should get some mail. There'll probably be 2 other mails that will arrive with extra stuff for your stronghold. So that's pretty cool.
So I've got a couple of light beams that are like in the middle of the room here. Mm-hmm. Is that where I can put decorations, I gather? Oh, it's a rug. I can place a rug there?
Oh, yeah. The rug hooks are the light beams.
Yeah,
I can't actually see what you're doing, so...
Yeah, sorry. I just wanted to see what else is around here.
No biggie.
No, I don't need storage.
But over time, you can get all sorts of stuff. Remember our guild stronghold and the other server?
Yes.
I had all those, like tons and tons and tons of decorations. I had dancing Twi'leks and all sorts of stuff in there.
Oh, I can stick Mako in here too.
Yeah, you can.
Just have her standing around waiting for me.
Yep, you'll get a whole bunch of different companions, and you can put decorations of that companion in your stronghold. So that's why it's Barbie. Space Barbie.
Okay. She's there.
It's Space Barbie. Hooray for Space Barbie.
There you go, Mako. I have a statue of you. That's not creepy.
It's not creepy. I think it might be creepy if you have to say that it's not creepy.
All right. So, I think that's all we've got time for today, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So until next time, I hope
I'm really annoyed about that mod. Put in your ticket.
Oh, yes. I'll put my ticket in for the mod, definitely, to see what they have to say about it.
That's annoying.
Have a good day, folks.
They should
have a good afternoon.
I'm really annoyed about it.
And until Peep is no longer annoyed, have a great evening, and I'll see you soon. Bye now.